if she's having a C-section, why does she deserve a push present? That's hubby's thinking on it. I bet when he brought that up, he ducked really, really quick. Cass.
And the best part is my friend wouldn't have minded not getting a present for the birth of her child, but when he brought it up that way, she got pissed. So this is her second child. For her first child, she did get a push present. It was just like a present to commemorate the baby's birth. It was their first child, all that stuff. And she gave birth vaginally. Well, for the second one, much like me, like she had to get a C-section. And so her husband told her, and he wasn't joking, he's like, I'm not getting you a push present. I just want to give you a heads up. And she's like, why? Like, our second child is just as important as the first. I don't need it, but I don't understand the change of thinking, because it's not like I pushed you for a push present on our first one. You came to the table willingly and surprised me with something. So why not this one? He goes, well, it would be disingenuous. It's not a push present. You're not pushing the baby out. The doctors are doing all the work by pulling the baby out of you and a C-section surgery. So because it's a push present, you're not pushing. So I'm not going to get you a push present.
I love a man's logic.
Oh, my God.
Does he have a death wish? I think he has a death wish. What logic?
She was just like, I wouldn't have worried about it, and I wouldn't have thought twice if you didn't get me. Well, I might have thought twice, but I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have been hurt if you hadn't gotten me something. But what about the past 9 months where I've been carrying the gift? Like, you're focusing on, or carrying the baby. You're focusing on the push, and that's really just the fun, cute little name for the gift. It's really like a present for thank you for carrying my child for 9 months and sacrificing everything you did and, you know, changing your body forever and just feeling beat up and tired and exhausted all the time, and then having this baby. And C-sections are very hard recoveries, and then surprise, we have a child. How lovely that is. That's a gift, but here's a little token of appreciation.
All right, so there's two things here. One, when she actually goes through the C-section, he's going to change his tune. When he sees what she has to endure and what she has to go through, and how massive of a surgery that, I mean, it's major surgery. So after seeing what the recovery looks like, he will definitely change his tune. And then two, for those that aren't aware, in the birthing world, there's a stigma around C-sections, and women get judged for having them, and that it's not real birth and it's not real labor.
Come on, really?
Yeah, seriously, it's a thing for sure. Which is why they actually have like a C-section day, to you know, honor women who have had C-sections and to let them know and reassure them, even though you didn't get to experience like traditional labor and labor pains, you still gave birth. And so that's why for him to say that, because I wanted that experience. I wanted the water to break. I wanted to go into labor. I wanted to know what contractions felt like. I mean, people listening to me who had a vaginal birth are like, girlfriend, you're crazy. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, this badge of honor. Because you went through pain to have a baby, I will never understand.
Right?
I say I would ask for the drugs as soon as I pulled up into the driveway.
Yeah, and a lot of people look at C-sections like a cheat. And so that's why this is so disheartening to hear that, because there already is that stigma that exists for women who have C-sections, that it's not as legit as having a vaginal birth. So for him to say that, I swear to you, it's not until you go through experiences and then it's like, all of a sudden the blinders come off and you're like, oh, I get it now, you know. And that's how it is with practically everything. Once he sees what she has gone through, that push present will be twice as big as the first one.
Well, she's so mad right now and fuming because it just feels like a total dismissal of everything that she's been through with her pregnancy. And it's not like it's been particularly rough, but anyone who has carried a baby knows that it's difficult. It's not a cakewalk. It's not yeah, you're excited and it's a great thing, but it's not a walk in the park. So she's thinking of saying, because the doctors are doing all the work, there's no need for him to be in the room when the C-section happens. Ooh. Because he's not helping with the birth. Like, he helped with the birth the first time, but there's nothing for him to do. So he can wait outside and meet his kid when it's born and when they bring it out. So that's where she is right now. And I'm trying to be like, girl, give it some time. Think about whether or not you really want to do that. It is your call. It is your surgery. But I got your back either way. And I totally understand this reaction, but I'm not sure that's the right choice to make.
Well, if we completely eliminate the idea of the push present altogether,
no,
we would have none of these debates at all.
If
Zero.
your body changed permanently and stretched out and things moved around and your organs moved, don't you dare
started
say,
this.
oh God. You would understand. It is a nice thing to do. It is not required. But if you're with someone who carried a baby, you will never, ever know the stress and how hard that can be.
Here,
and
honey,
it is a nice
I know
gesture.
you just brought our child the gift of life into the world, but even more important than that, here's $100 to O'Charlie's.
No, why can't you? Why can't you have both? Why can't you have this beautiful gift of a baby that you wanted, and also why can't you acknowledge the sacrifices that she made to her body to give birth?
It just seems so petty and trite after you just gave birth to a human being.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that I just don't understand why both can't exist.
Well, I was doing a little research. These have been around since the 1700s.
Push presents?
Push presents have been around since the 1700s. So some dude back there, way back in the day, that was overly excited, messed it up for everybody else.
No.
Okay,
He
he
actually-
did not. Do you not get a present? Do you not get presents on your birthday? Generally, people get presents on their birthday every year, and all you had to do was stay alive. Okay, I think a woman can get a present for growing something that's going to have a birthday annually.
I want a push present for every time I poop.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Every time.
You just equated
that's
your
the same
feces to
thing.
human life.
You really did, though.
If she doesn't want that O'Charlie gift card, I'll take it because that loaded potato soup ain't no joke.
By the way,
That's what Tommy got out
Tommy's
of
like,
it.
I got a push button. I got all these buttons to push.
by the way,
push
for
present.
all the women that have given birth, and you are offended that Bert just equated your child to his feces, his email is bert@thebertshow.com.
Oh
you
man,
can
they're
tweet
gonna
me
email
also.
me.
Bert Show Bert.
I did the original push. I should get a gift also. Without me
Okay, well,
pushing and pulling,
good luck with that.
You can't push 9 months later. We both get a push present.
A lot of women poop on the birthing table, so does that count then?
Ooh, then they get two.
$200 to a Charlie.
2 for a number 2.
The Bert Show.